Now, with all the media outlets and people who handle these programs under very tight control from supervising producers and supervising editors, very tight control. Got to be careful not to piss off the capitalist establishment in this country. And you can't use the word torture because, you know, we're Americans. We don't do that. We might interrogate people in an enhanced way, but we don't torture. Yes, we do. We torture just about on the same level with different ultimate outcomes as the Spanish Inquisition tortured. We don't, as far as I know, burn people at the stake after we're finished torturing them. We don't put them in, what was it called, the Iron Maiden, where the doors would shut and spikes would pierce their bodies. But and we don't do really bad things with sharp, pointed iron rods. Okay, maybe not quite as bad as the Spanish Inquisition, which was run by really psychotic Christians. But we do bad things, and we Americans are not supposed to know about the bad things because we are supposed to be exceptional. You know, we buy homes. That's why people hate us. Remember when George Bush said that? They hate us because we buy houses. What an ignorant little pissant he was, wasn't he? But I digress. So, while all these spokesgeeks for these corporate so-called news outlets refuse to use the word torture, there's one network that has people working there that does not seem to hesitate as much. Guess what network? Fox. Shepard Smith, who I've seen him a couple times, but I mean, he's got those baby blue eyes. Every time I see his eyes, I don't know, something, it almost turns me on. You know what I'm saying? Those eyes. He's got eyes, doesn't he? What? Shep Smith. Can't hear you, honey. There's no, you don't have a microphone anymore. There's nothing there. Nah, nothing there. Anyway, viewers tuning into Fox could hear Shep Smith say that the term enhanced interrogation techniques means torture in English. Hey, Shep, high five, man. Whap. Way to go. And they could watch anchor Shannon Bream read news copy that said that the Senate had concluded that the CIA, quote, tortured suspects and gained little evidence, end quote. This is on Fox. And perhaps even more cavalierly, they could witness Bill O'Reilly refer to the techniques as torture, alleged torture, whatever. Bill O'Reilly. A chunk of human waste if ever one existed, right? Bill O'Reilly. Is there a worse television personality than Bill O'Reilly? Just as we suggest that John Boehner and the 7 Republicans who are touring Afghanistan to come back and say, we need to keep bombing and killing and drone striking. O'Reilly is one of those people. He's a warmonger, too. And I would suggest, just like I would suggest that Boehner and the boys put on uniforms and go do some of the fighting that they're talking about leaving American troops there to do, why doesn't O'Reilly submit himself to partial drowning or waterboarding? Why don't you do that, O'Reilly, you phony, hypocritical punk? Why don't you submit? Remember when Christopher Hitchens did it? Because he said he had doubts about whether or not it really constituted torture. And how long did he last? About 8 seconds? O'Reilly wouldn't last that long. His mouth is too big. They don't like to use the word torture, do they?